And we're gonna go to the bird of the day page.
I got it. We're good.
Yeah, okay. Bird of the day. Well, you may be thinking it's like, hey, Twig, you got a cockatiel on. Is cockatiel the bird of the day? No, Oklamenko is cockatiel bird of the day. But we got
That's
a
okay.
cute little bird. So, our bird of the day is also a cute little bird. And what kind
Yeah.
of cute little bird have we got? Well, today's cute little bird of the day is the House Wren. Look at the little House Wren. So cute.
The
So
little
cute.
brown buddy.
Yeah, very cute little birdies. Little brown birdies. There's house wrens that live in my neighborhood. I see them very often during the summer seasons. Don't see
That's
them
so
too much this
cute.
time of year. Oh, they're so cute, so little. Look at their big long beaks. I like how their beak is like as long as the rest of their head. It's super cute. Big old beaky, little beaky things. So it. Okay. I screwed up on my PowerPoint. I haven't finished it.
Oh no.
Okay, so the taxonomical information seems to be missing.
Oh, the order, family, species. No.
Yeah, that's
Oh no. Tragic.
that's okay. We can do that. So the funny thing is that they had a really funny name too. Okay, we're gonna go back into this here because I'm gonna quick enter it. You're gonna see this. You're gonna see me enter it. Order. What order are they? Well, I'm guessing you can figure out what order they are because what kind of order could they possibly be? They're a small bird that is known for perching. So, of course, they are passeriforms, as over half of all bird species in the world are. But their family? Oh, their family's great. They are in the family Troglodidae.
You know,
And
it
their
started to sound
genus?
like a frog.
Their genus is Troglodytes. So their scientific name is Troglodytes adon. These little guys are troglodytes.
I'm just forever gonna call them troglodytes now.
Yeah, you see a house wren. You're like, that little guy is a troglodyte. Little guys are troglodytes. So these little troglodytes. Anyway, I was talking about how small they are. Yeah, from tip of beak to tip of tail, 4.3 to 5.1 inches. That's small, especially when you consider that like most of that length is their tail. Like, hey, small little bird. Very tiny.
I know one bird smaller.
Well, I
It's a
mean,
parrot.
yeah, I mean there are smaller birds
And
out there.
hummingbirds.
Yeah, hummingbirds are smaller. I believe there's like a parrot that's even smaller than them. It's like the pygmy parrot or something like that. There's some real small birds out there. But yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I'm just saying that these are some of the smallest passiforms out there. Some very small guys. And you know their weight, 0.35, 0.42 ounces. That's nothing. You land on your head, you wouldn't even notice.
Light as a feather.
And so their lifespan averages 2 years, which is pretty common for little tiny birds. And the thing is that not that many of them die a natural death because it's a scary world out there for a little tiny bird. There's cats, there's other bigger birds, lots of predators out there. But they found the oldest banded of these guys was 9 years old. So they can live up to 9 years. So not a great lifespan, but you know, it's to be expected for a little passiform bird. So you see there's the map there. So it's kind of like, so what is it? So year round. So why is all South America and Central America year round, but then it's different in North America? Well, it's actually split into two subspecies. We've got the northern house wren and the southern house wren. The southern house wrens live in South and Central America. It's pretty much nice all the time there. They don't need to migrate. They're good year round. They stick around all the time. You know, all the way up into California. I mean, come on. If you lived in San Diego, would you want to migrate?
I mean, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? I wouldn't either.
No.
I wouldn't either. Same as like down in the Yucatan. Not gonna migrate. But then the northern ones, so that orange area, that's where you're only gonna find them in the summertime. So that's around where I live. Oh, I gotta see them in the summer. only in the summertime. And the wintertime, that's where the northern House Wren is in the wintertime. So near Mexico's and all those southern states. And
I
then
need to see them in the winter.
and then in the yellow areas, you'll see them in spring and fall as they're migrating. Because they don't do the big, long marathon things. They fly a little, rest a little, fly a little, rest a little. It's a long trip for such a little tiny bird. Yeah, migration's tough. I'm glad I don't migrate.
I don't know if...
Cockatiels don't migrate because you're Australian birds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think they migrate far.
No, there's
Maybe
not a
a
whole lot of
little is.
migration that happens in Australia. It's pretty much nice coasts and desert.
Desert sounds nice, thanks.
No, desert doesn't sound nice. Especially a desert where all of the flora and fauna are trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Australia,
gets all the
you're a
cool
nice
birds.
country, but no thanks. Okay, so again, look at that little guy. Look at that big beak next to you. So one of the things that's interesting about house wrens is these little guys, they make way higher sounds and louder sounds than you could imagine. Anytime I was hearing one of these guys in the backyard, and I was hearing this big, loud chirping sound. And it was just like just constant, making all this noise. I'm like, what bird is making that noise? And I look over on the fence, and there's a little tiny little bird making a huge sound. And I even have a sound clip for you. I'm going to click the sound clip. I'm going to play that right now. I hope that's not making your birds confused.
Yeah, no, I have headphones on, so it's mostly just me talking.
Yeah, you hear that? It's a very distinct call. You hear that, you know that there's a house wren nearby, and it's very loud for how small they are. But you're really only going to hear them sing that song during mating season. That's so they use this song. The males use a song to attract mates, but they also use it as a warning call to other birds to say, "Hey, this is my area. This is my spot. You stay away from my spot. I'm singing these songs, you get away from my spot." That's what they do. Like, I will sing for you the song of my people, for I am a proud little warrior, and you shall stay away from my territory. What they do. And another thing that makes these little guys vicious, these are one of the only birds of their size that is pretty much completely carnivorous. They really haven't been observed eating seeds or nuts or anything like that. Their diet consists pretty much entirely of insects. It's one of the main reasons they got to migrate away from the northern areas, because not a lot of bugs around this time of year. They got to go where the food is. And the food is where it's warm, because they eat the little bugs. I think that's kind of interesting. They're like the polar opposite of goldfinches, which are pretty much entirely vegetarian. Both little birds, both migratory, very small, but very different diets. Also, house wrens are a little bit more territorial and meaner than goldfinches. But house wren, because their diet is insects, you find insects everywhere. So these guys, they can live just about anywhere, whether it's a natural area. In natural areas, their homes tend to be places like, if a woodpecker has drilled into a hole, so they like little tiny nooks and stuff in trees, but they'll find any little nook, any little small nook they can get into. That's where they like to nest. And oddly enough, they use a lot of spider web and spider eggs in their nest. Do you use that in your nest? Do you have spider webs and eggs in your nest?
Yeah, I'm good. I pass.
You pass on that?
No
Okay.
spiders, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose that's more of a goth crow thing. Yeah. I like to be hardcore.
I'm too pretty for that. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. But, yeah, like I said, they're very territorial during mating season, and if another small bird tries to nest in what it considers its territory, it'll fly into the nest and actually peck open the eggs. Not very good.
No!
I know. It's terrible. It's like, come on. These guys, I think they suffer from short man syndrome.
Yeah, probably.
They show guys who want to always pick a fight, be mean, be tough. But, so they don't mate for life, but they do mate per season. So, the male will do his display, and the lady will be like, sure, you're good. And then the male will stick with that lady for the whole season. And the males do help raise the babies. They help feed them. They also do a lot of protection of the nest, scaring away predators. Males do more of that than the females do. I mean, females do it too. And yeah, usually about 2 clutches a year of 3 to 10. So, one pair can have, I suppose, up to 20, although that's definitely on the higher end. But I'd say you're probably going to average about a dozen to 15 babies per year. Not bad.
So many.
Not bad. Maybe closer to 10. Hard to say.
So many babies.
But, as typical, only about 30% of the babies will survive to their first winter. Are the females and males different in plumage size? No, this is actually one where their coloration and size are pretty much the same. The males are very, very slightly bigger, but when you're talking such a small bird, you're literally talking like, a tenth of an ounce. Yeah, it's like not even a tenth of an ounce. So yeah, they don't have a lot of sexual dimorphism. They're pretty similar between the males and the females. Pretty close. But if you hear one singing loudly doing that loud chirp, very good chance it's probably going to be a male. The females do sing, but the males definitely do a lot more of it. Because they're the ones trying to attract mates and also doing most of the "get away from my nest" screaming. So that's the biggest difference that you can tell the difference. If you see one that's just making a ton of noise constantly, it's probably a boy. Probably a boy. Yeah. So, going on, my thoughts of the house wren, I don't know. I'm a little torn on them, because they seem like kind of bullies. They seem like they're like the chihuahuas of the bird world.
The tiniest bully.
Yeah, tiny bullies. They're like little ankle biters. I mean, I do like their song. I have to admit, their song is pretty cool. I do like how loud they're able to be for how small they are. And I think they are kind of cute looking, but yeah, she said, I mean, look at them. Look at that. That's a guy, that's a bird looking up at somebody like, what? What do you want, huh? You want to fight? You want to fight?
Fight you.
Little bully birds.
Try me.
Little bully birds is what they are.
You've done blue jays, right?
Oh, of course I've done blue jays. Yeah, I've done.
So which one's worst, a blue jay or a house wren?
Oh. Well, in terms of bullying other birds away from food sources, blue jays are definitely worse.
I was gonna say strictly on bully level.
Strictly on bully level, I would say blue jays are probably worse. But on terms of how good are they as a bird, well, I'm sorry, but I can't rank a corvid below a non-corvid.
That's fair.
But, I do also very much like pistachiforms, which are more commonly known as parrots, which includes the cockatoo family, which includes the cockatiel genus.
Yeah. I kind of want to pull out my parrotlet. It makes me wish I had a camera still. He's a little green boy.
I like little green boys, yeah. Budgies / parakeets, or more, formerly known as budgerigars, they were one of my earlier bird of the days. Did them pretty early, because they...
No, a parrotlet's smaller. They have shorter tail feathers.
Oh!
Yeah. Mine's name is Cashew, and he's like a little bit bigger than a cashew.
That's a great name. That's a great name for a bird. I like that. What would you...
Yeah,
this house wren that's on this last slide here, what would you name this one?
I really want to name it Almond, but I already have a bird named Almond.
I think because it reminds me of chihuahuas, I'm going to name him Churro.
Churro works.
Churro.
Churro's good.
This bird's name is Churro. Or as Budgie says, just tiny loud bird. Yes, tiny loud bird. That's what house wrens are. Tiny loud birds that will bully other things from his territory. But you know what? I'm probably going to see a bunch of these guys, and one of them might end up being in the bird nests, or the bird houses that I built. So who knows? Who knows? We'll see how it is.
Hopefully they won't chase out the other birds. Because you said you have 3 birdhouses, right?
I'm going to have a total of 6.
Oh.
So 3 are kind of bigger, with bigger holes. So those are probably going to be more suited for, like, sparrows, or possibly... I think they're going to be a little bit too small for, like, a robin or a cardinal. So I'm thinking that they're probably, for either chickadees or sparrows. Then the really little ones are either going to be for hummingbirds or... But the thing is, something that's good for a hummingbird would also be good for a house wren. Because house wrens are only a little bit bigger than a ruby-throated hummingbird. We'll see. We'll see. I'll put them out. We'll see what birds show up. I suppose worst case scenario is a hummingbird claims the nest and then a house wren comes in and takes it over. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do
I mean, yeah.
Be nice to the little hummingbirds. They're so cute. I love hummingbirds.
They're so small and defenseless.
So small. So small. They don't prey on anything. They're totally vegetarian. They prey
They
on
just
nectar.
like the nectar.
Delicious sweet nectar. Okay, we're gonna call this bird of the day.